front door. I'm not Teresa Caputo, Long Island Medium. I'm Carol Lampi. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make my peekaboo apple pie. The reason why I call it peekaboo is because we're going to bake it in a bag. The reason we're going to bake it in a bag is because it's going to stay so moist and so tender and so flavorful and no mess. You're going to love it. Once you have them all peeled, I do not use lemon juice. I use a can of Sprite when I soak my apples. It keeps them from turning brown and it works great. It works better than a lemon juice and water. So now I'm going to take these apples and I'm going to put them in the I'm going to drain them, put them in the microwave for 7 minutes. Our apples have been microwaved and here they are. And you can see they're still keeping a real nice color. They haven't browned up much at all. We're going to add a little bit of lemon juice to this too, just to ensure that our apples look really nice when you slice into the pie. So here I have 3/4 of a cup of packed dark brown sugar. I like the dark brown sugar. We'll put that in. Then I have a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 3 tablespoonfuls of all-purpose flour. So we'll go ahead and put that in. And then 2 tablespoonfuls of the lemon juice. That little bit of acid makes things taste so fresh too. Now you have a choice. You can use a boiled apple cider vinegar or you can use Applejack, which is a liqueur. I'm using apple cider vinegar for this one. So. And 2 tablespoonfuls. And that's it. We'll just go ahead and mix that up and put that in our pie crust. Don't be afraid to really pile it up high because when apples bake, they kind of mush down a little bit. So, might seem like an awful lot, but when it's baked, you'll see it'll be perfect. Here I have 4 tablespoonfuls of cubed unsalted butter and 4 tablespoonfuls of cream cheese. So I'm going to put that in a bowl with a fork. You are going to probably end up using your hands to crumble this together. I have a 1/2 cup of white sugar, granulated sugar, and a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm going to put that in and we're going to crumble it up and then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. So go ahead and use your fingers and you really have to get it in between your fingers to really crumble it up. And now we'll put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Really get that vanilla mixed in with that butter and cream cheese. Some of these pies have a streusel topping, and I found with baking it in the bag, it's just too moist and steam, and the streusel never really does get crumbly. So that's why I decided to add the cream cheese to it, because it comes out with a really nice creamy kind of a thick topping, and it's a lot more appealing, I think. So then we'll just take it and crumble it all along the top. So we're going to take our pie and we're going to bake it in a paper bag. Now this is a regular brown grocery bag that I've sliced. I've taken the handles off because the less glue the better. Taken the handles off, cut the bottom off because there's quite a bit of glue on the bottom of a paper bag. And then I stapled it and we slide the pie right inside. Now if you're frightened, you don't want to use the paper bag, or there is some ink on the paper bag which might frighten you. Sometimes you can smell a little bit of the ink. So go ahead and make your own bag out of parchment paper, which is what I did. I've used this method before and it works great. The great thing about it is, even if it does drip a little bit, it's right inside the bag, so you will not have to wash this pan, you will not have any mess in your oven, and your crust will never burn. So it's a foolproof method for a great apple pie. So we're going to go ahead and just put it in the bag, and then we're going to bake it for an hour at a preheated 425-degree oven. And then we're going to use staples or metal paper clips without a coating on them. So today we're just going to use staples. So we'll go ahead and staple it up. That's it. Put it in. When your pie comes out of the oven, sprinkle it with 1/4 cup of granola. I've used my homemade granola, and please check out my website. Thank you.